Brittney, bitch.
Hello fam, I am on day 4 and it is almost noon and I'm gonna return some books and then I'm gonna go shopping, and that's my plan for today. I've been up since 9 and for like the last 2.5 hours I've been editing my video. Then I'm gonna drop off my books and we're gonna go shopping. Maybe I'll take you shopping with me. I don't know, but here's to a fun day. Okay guys, so as an update, I did go return my library books and I went to the store and got a few things. I didn't really need too much, but I really want to make Rice Krispie treats, which I know sounds weird, but why does that sound weird? You know what? It's normal to want to crave food and make it, okay? I've been craving Rice Krispie treats again. The way I make them is just good. I guess I just basically follow the recipe, but I don't know. I just make food that tastes good. I just put a lot of love in it. I don't know. I also got my new favorite thing, which are these garlic stuffed olives, and my friend Jackie turned me on to these, and they're so good. And when you open the jar, it literally smells like garlic bread, and it combines two of my favorite things, which is olives and garlic. So even though they were like twice as expensive as they usually were, it's probably because of the whole COVID thing. I did buy a jar. I was planning to buy 2 because I know I'm going to eat through them, but I only bought 1 because I'm a good noodle. I've also been craving a martini, and that sounds really weird. That sounds weird, but I really want some, so I think tomorrow I'm going to go look for some vermouth and gin because I don't have those 2 items, even though I love them and I just don't ever buy them. I think I'm going to invest in some. I'm going to see if they have some at Costco tomorrow because they have like big, cheaper items, so we're going to find out. I only have like an hour left on Gone Girl, so actually when I'm making my thumbnail for the part 1 video shortly here, I think I'm just going to listen to that while I'm doing it, and I'm sure I'm going to finish it by then. But like right now it's looking like a good 4-star. I don't know if it's 5, like it's not like my favorite thing in the world, but I do like Gone Girl like a lot. Like it's really good. It's a very compelling, interesting story, and the characters are very complex, so I do enjoy that. So it's looking like a good 4, maybe 5-star. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I already know how it ends, but I'm gonna like let it sit with me, but I'm feeling it's another good 4-star. I'm also gonna start reading Wicked Fox today. I have it currently in my bathroom, so every time I go to the bathroom, even if I pee, like you just pee for 2 minutes, just pick it up. You might read like 2 paragraphs. I know it sounds weird, but I do this every time. I will literally pick it up just for a minute or 2. 3 minutes, whatever. Just sit in there for a second and finish a page. It helps a lot. Like little things like that help you read. And it also helps me get back into the story because if I don't read it for too long, I'm not super interested in it. But I mean, any book in general, not just this book. But Wicked Fox so far, I'm only like 3 chapters in. It's not bad. I'm enjoying it. I'm a little worried how I'm going to read 420 pages, but also I feel like so many other people are so much smarter than me and they pick very, very short books, and I'm honestly considering like changing my last book to like a graphic novel that I have, but I'm also trying to stick to my original TBR. So we're going to see how that goes, but I don't know. I hope you can hear this weird like dolphin noises in the background. That's actually the AC that's going through my wall. I'm actually in my brother's room. Hello, welcome. But I wanted to show you some Kalinka today because she's taking a nap. Oh, you taking a nap, Kalinka? Huh? Are you sleepy? Is this your first-time job? Huh? Aw. I kind of want to make her mad. It's really fun. Let's see if I can do it. Hold on. If we touch her butt, she doesn't like her butt touched. Are we ready? Cool. See how quickly my hand went away? Rinka. Mommy loves you. She's just messing with you. You hear her purring? There's a little cat ASMR / my neighbor slamming their doors for you. Thanks for the recess, Kalinka. She's actually being really good. Usually when I touch her butt, she like immediately freaks out. Oh, there it is. Love you, you're a good kitty. She obviously is just very tired. Mommy's gonna go finish editing now. Okay, it's still day 4. I have Swedish meatballs. And we have some wine. Yes, this is a hippo. Throwing up. Literally a hippo. Is this not amazing? And And this was a wine that my brother got for buying his car like 3 fucking years ago. We decided to try and open, and you know what? It's actually good. And these are our squeeze meatballs. It is from our dinnerly service. They are not like the squeeze meatballs from IKEA. They taste totally different, but they're actually super good. Good morning, Krusty Crew. It is day 5. It is Friday, and again, I have the day off. I wish every day was like this. It's amazing, except for the fact that I did not sleep very well last night, and I have a really bad headache because I slept wrong, like on my neck. You know what I'm talking about? Like your whole like back and shoulder hurts all of a sudden when you wake up at 4 in the morning and you're like, what the fuck was I doing? Ow, that hurt. Anyway, I'm gonna go into Bevmo at 10 a.m. because I really want a martini, so I'm gonna go get some gin and vermouth. No, you do not make a martini with vodka. I mean, I guess you can, but I prefer the OG version. And I'm gonna go get that stuff because I have my favorite olives on the planet. I brought them with me because I'm gonna go to my parents' house after this, and I'm gonna go try to read Such a Fun Age. And I listened to it a little bit last night because my brother and I took a walk. My dad called me during the walk, so I only got like 45 minutes into Such a Fun Age because he called me for the rest of like the other 20 minutes. So we're gonna see how that goes, but I'm really trying to read that book today and obviously do it outside of my house. But I have not been listening to it in the car because I'm more of a music person in the car, unless I'm like really tired of music at that point in time, which does happen. Like if you listen to music for like 5 days straight, the same songs, you're just tired of them. But I'm gonna turn my music right now. I'm listening to the new Lady Gaga album, Chromatica. I'm really liking Replay, Alice, and Sour Candy, so I'm listening to those a lot. I haven't listened to the new Taylor Swift album because everyone apparently is talking about it. I have not listened to it yet. I'm probably gonna wait till after I have to read this audiobook, which I know sounds weird, but otherwise I just want to like listen to the music over and over instead of doing anything else. But I'm gonna have my headphones in. I'm gonna go try and play The Sims at my parents' house, which I know sounds weird, but I think that's what I'm gonna try and do. And I'm going to go on a walk with their dogs, so maybe at least get in like another good hour of audio. And then I'm gonna sit and listen to it while I play The Sims because I can't really do it when I'm writing or doing anything else because I need to focus on like the words. So I need to do something like my brain can like shut off on. So that's my plan. So I'm gonna go into Bevmo at 10 a.m. I don't know if they're open. I see some cars here next to me, so I'm really hoping they are. I also got a Starbucks this morning, so I really needed it. It's a nitro cold brew, and I add caramel, and it's very good, but it's also like 300 milligrams of caffeine or something. Like, it's just a lot because I usually only do decaf, which I know you will find shocking if you find out that I like love the nitros, but I try not to get back addicted to caffeine because it's very easy for me to have caffeine for like 3 or 4 days in a row, and then if I don't have it again, I'm gonna get like a major headache and they won't go away for 3 weeks. So I'm not about that caffeine addiction life. So I almost always do decaf or at least half calf, and I try not to have like 2 or 3 days of full caffeine back to back to back because otherwise I'm gonna need it. So I haven't had caffeine literally all week. So it's my first day of caffeine. When you've had a caffeine withdrawal headache, you understand. So I don't know if I can take you into Bevmo with me. I probably won't, just because it might be weird if they see me like filming at 10 in the morning buying like hard liquor. I don't know, but I'm gonna go get that and I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Okay, so I went into Bevmo and I got the stuff for my martini. Yeah, I've never shopped this early for alcohol, so it feels a little weird. But when I talked to the manager in there, well, that was loud. He was like, yeah, a lot of people come in here really early, and I've also seen a lot of people coming in now, so I feel a lot bit better. I don't know, I feel like it's such an alcoholic-y thing to go so early, but then again, actually, you're gonna want to get stuff early and then go shop for the rest of your day. I get it. So anyway, I don't know if I'm actually gonna have a martini today because I have a really bad headache, and it's not going away yet. It's like, it's not, I think it's a mix of allergies too, because Fridays are the days that they do the landscaping at our apartment complex. So since I had my window open this morning and all the grass was being cut, I've just had really bad allergy symptoms. So I already took an allergy pill, but I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna go to my parents' house and we're gonna get this party started. Okay, we're on a walk and I decided to sit and have a second because both the dogs are really tired. And I didn't bring water for any of us because it's not that very long of a walk, but it is 90 degrees out. So we're gonna try to make this quick. but Peanut, the fat Chihuahua one, she struggles to walk really fast, and the other one, Lola, walks very quickly, so I'm trying to balance both of those. Also, they both like to explore, so carrying both of them at one time, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually been kind of a struggle. Lola, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's doggos, come on. Almost back home. So I've been listening to Such a Fun Age literally all day. I actually went to my parents' house. I was a good noodle. I went to the store, and then I actually did go on the walk. It was a very long walk, and the dogs did suffer greatly. It was very hot, and they were very tired, which is good because apparently both of them have been sleeping for like 3 hours. So I did my job, and I also did a good job for myself. So Such a Fun Age is a very famous book right now, and it's about a black woman who is the babysitter of this child. She's like 2 years old, and her name is Briar, and Amira is the woman, and she takes her into a grocery store at like, I don't know, almost like 12 p.m. midnight. I'm sorry, 12 night. She takes her in to the store at almost midnight because the mom of the young daughter asked her to come babysit her for just so many reasons. Anyway, I feel like some of the dialogue in this was definitely a little cringy and difficult to get behind, and some of it was very poignant and of the times, so it was kind of like a mismatch of that. And the characters in this were just so well drawn out as who they were, especially the two main characters. I would say Amira and Elise, which is funny because it's basically Alex with an I, but she liked her name pronounced Elise. I don't know if she liked her name pronounced that way because her ex-boyfriend, who becomes a thing later on in the story, he called her Alex, so I don't really know how that works. But I think I'm gonna give this like a good 3 stars. Like, I definitely enjoyed it. It was very easy to listen to, and I had a lot of great social commentary on how black people are treated in America, and like so many like other things. Like, it was really good, but I wish it like delved deeper into some issues, and I just felt like Kelly as a character, he was very like superfluous, and he did serve a point in the fact that like some people fetishize black women and date them just for that, and also make them feel better about themselves. That was a very interesting point, but other than that, like, I feel like he wasn't really that big of a character. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna give it a good 3 star. I'm feeling pretty good about this because I've already finished how many books is that? I don't know, but Such a Fun Age was obviously the one I had to read outside of my house, and I'm pretty shocked that I actually did it. But I've been sitting here for honestly the last like 5 hours just listening to the audiobook and also playing on my computer. So it kind of worked out really well in that sense, but I don't know. I think 3 stars is what I'm going to give it. I think it touches on a lot of stuff, but it wasn't my favorite thing I've ever read, and I just wish there was like different plot points. I think it serves a great purpose, but there could have been a better storyline and better dialogue throughout, and some better characters. Like, it just wasn't perfect, but I think for a debut novel, it was good, and I did enjoy the commentary on our society. I think that's really important. I think this would be a interesting movie. And I'm just confused why it's called Such a Fun Age. Maybe it's about the child. I don't know. Also, I'm very excited because tonight my brother and I are gonna get sushi, which is like for my favorite sushi place ever. But the problem is the wait is like an hour, so it's really upsetting because I put in the order at 5:30 and now we have to wait till 6:30 to eat, and I'm dying because I'm so hungry right now. Okay, guys, it is the end of day 5. It is 11 o'clock. I'm freaking exhausted. Like, so tired, it's not even fucking funny. I think especially just taking like those long walks that are like an hour plus are just very tiring, especially because I a lot of times go like weeks in between like walking. Like, I just don't feel like it, or it's just too hot, like 110-degree weather for weeks on end. There's no cold part of the day, but it's going back up into the hundreds next week, so I'm kind of taking advantage of it, only being up to like 90 in the middle of the day. But anyway, I'm up to page 132 of Wicked Fox, and so far I'm really enjoying it, and it's a very fast read, so I'm hoping I'll be able to finish it this weekend. However, here's my other thought. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna get to the T-Girl of Hummingbird Lane. This book I actually have on audio, and I've kind of started listening to it, and I think I could end up listening to this all on audio, but I don't think I'm going to get it done in time for the reading rush. So I think I've decided that I will go with reading my Death Note manga in place for this, because Death Note takes place in Japan, and I think I'm still just going to listen to this on audiobook next week when I'm at work, but I'm not going to have time to listen to 14 hours of audio, and I can't read both books this weekend. So this is the weekend, starting tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be Saturday morning. I do not usually read on the weekend too much, so I'm planning on definitely finishing Wicked Fox this weekend. And I wish I could finish it tomorrow, but I probably will finish it Sunday. I would like to finish it as early as possible because I really want to get to Ninth House, which I have, and I have to return it literally like 2 to 3 days after the reading rush ends. So I don't know if I'll be able to finish that in time, so I kind of want to finish as early as I possibly can. So I would like to finish Wicked Fox by tomorrow, so I could at least get a head start on Ninth House, and then maybe return it like a day later or something. So that's my plan. I'm also planning on going for a walk tomorrow morning before it gets too hot. We're crazy, but we're just trying to do it. My brother is kind of on a weight loss kick. Like, he just feels very large in quarantine, and I can't disagree with him for myself. So we're just kind of starting to try to walk more and at least do it a couple times a week again, because we used to do it all the time. But when it gets too hot like this, it's really hard to limit myself, because when it's cold, I have no problem going for walks, but as soon as it's hot, nope. So I'll keep you updated tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll go get a donut or something, because I've been craving a donut, which I usually don't crave. I usually crave bagels, but there's a donut shop right behind our house, so I might have to do that. Good morning, y'all. It's Saturday, and it is day 6, and we just went for a walk. That's why I'm all red. Like, I'm so red. I can't help it. Every time I do any sort of exercise, my body's just like beet red, especially my face. So I think I'm gonna stick with my decision to not read the T-Girl of Hummingbird Lane for the reading rush technically, and I think I'm going to just read the Death Note manga instead. I'll probably be reading that today or tomorrow. It doesn't really matter, because it hopefully should be kind of short, because I've already seen the show as well. I'm gonna try and finish Wicked Fox, so that's my goal for today / tomorrow. I would like to finish it today, but you know, I don't know. I kind of don't want to stress myself out. And I've actually edited up until this point. Like, I've been editing as I've been filming, which never happens. So that's also been very helpful, because I know that it will not take me that long to finish editing it and release this. But for now, I'm just gonna relax for a second, and I'm going to drink my probiotic drinky thing, and I'm going to finish my coffee from yesterday, because I didn't finish it. Because also, even just half of this made me so jittery, and after my walk yesterday I was like shaking, so I chose not to do that. I chose not to drink my coffee before I went on the walk today, because I wanted to be hydrated as well, and it's still tough every time, and my face just gets so red. I still really want a donut. My mom said maybe she'll bring some over tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm supposed to be seeing my mom. We're probably gonna go to the farmer's market, and then maybe go look at a house that she's looking at to potentially buy, and then we'll have some donuts. I might just have to wait till tomorrow, because I really don't feel like going out right now. It's 10:30 right now, and I've been up since 6:30. Thank you to my wonderful downstairs neighbors who were slamming everything to high heaven this morning, and they woke me up. So the rest of the goal for the day is I need to go shopping in a grocery store and maybe get some, I don't know, some things for the next week for lunch and stuff, because that helps a lot in terms of not going out to eat, and also give me some more options of what I want to eat when I'm at home. So just because of the long hours I work, it's easier to have a lot of snacks here, because I don't usually get the time to eat full meals, but at least if I have snacks, I can eat something and not be like super starving. So that's my goal. I'm going to plan on going to the store later, and it's so loud here sometimes. If you like quiet, don't ever live in an apartment. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. I'm hoping to go shopping and then read some more, and also make Rice Krispie treats today. So I'll probably end up filming that, but they'll sound super good. All right, it's the end of Saturday night, and we have, what is this dish called? I don't know. It's some pork with za'atar seasoning. I hope that's how you say it, with Israeli couscous with feta cheese and spinach. And we have wine, and we have Anastasia. I'm not sure if we're gonna keep watching it because I'm not sure if my brother's gonna keep watching with me, but we're gonna find out. We actually landed on Bedazzled, and Kalinka is over there giving us all some side-eye. Hello, Kalinka. You know what, in this little, that's my foot. Hello. That little like squirrel toy actually makes weird chirping noises. It is so weird. Oh, at the wine. Why is this, did you see that? Anyway, it's time for a fun evening, y'all. And I do have the Wicked Fox here to read in between my moments, okay? We're gonna see how it goes. You guys, it is Sunday. It is day 7. I have not finished Wicked Fox, and I have not even touched Death Note. It is 3 p.m. and I was with my mom all morning with the farmer's market, and we went out and brought back lunch, and it's just been a very long morning, shot the afternoon. So now I can kind of get to it. I'm at least the halfway point in the Wicked Fox, or Wicked Fox, not the Wicked Fox. I'm at a halfway point there, so I'm over page 210, but there's still 210 more pages to go. I'm totally fine reading it. I have no problems with it. I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm just trying to make time for it, and I'm really tired. Even though I had a lot of days off, when you have a lot of days off, sometimes I end up doing more stuff outside and more stuff with people and more shopping and stuff I'm trying to catch up on because I'm so tired on the normal weekends. I'm just burnt, and I have to go back to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to keep you updated and maybe make Rice Krispie treats. I don't know. I'm struggling a little bit, and I'm just not been able to sleep in any of the days I've been off. And last night at 3 a.m., I think it was our neighbors across the way got into a huge fight and woke literally everyone up and scared us awake. And then our other neighbors downstairs were very loud all morning again. So it's just been a struggle to sleep. I'm gonna keep y'all updated, okay? I think.
If I had no cash to spend, if I forget we had plans, when I feel like breaking down, ooh, you'd be there to hold my hand. Lost in my head, pull me back to bed. Oh, oh, when I feel like I got nothing left, I got you. I got you. I got you. Oh, 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 oh. I got you. Oh, 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 oh. I got when I feel like I got nothing left. I got you. I got you. I might fuck up, make a mess. Get so drunk I don't make sense. You're right there, cool me down. Oh, every time I need to vent, yeah. Lost in my head, pull me back to bed. Oh, oh, when I feel like I got nothing left, I got you. Oh, 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 oh. I got you. Oh, 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 oh.
I'm on page 318. It is the final sprint for me. I have like 100 pages left of this to go. I already read Death Note earlier and forgot to film my opinion of it. I'll probably do that tomorrow. But for this right now, I'm really enjoying it. I find the folklore of this super interesting, and I'm really enjoying the characters and the banter, and I just feel like it's flowing really well. I'm really enjoying this so far. So we'll see how I feel about when I finish it. But there was a good betrayal about halfway through, and I love me a good betrayal, and it mixed some stuff up. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out, and I'll probably give you my final thoughts tomorrow. Okay guys, so it's the end of the reading rush. I just want to give you guys a quick update on what I actually read. I read all the books that I was supposed to, but I also switched one book. Instead of reading The Tea Girl of Hummingbird Lane for my I'm gonna call it like the continent challenge, right? Read a book that's not from your continent. I decided to switch it out for Death Note. And do I regret the decision? No. I love Death Note, and I'm gonna give this 5 stars. And I already watched Death Note on, I watched Death Note on Netflix like a year or 2 ago, and I almost finished it, and then Netflix removed it. So I know everything that happened in this book because this is only the first one. I think there's 7 editions, not editions, there's 7 books in the whole series, and I want to read all of them because this was just so enthralling, and I love the artwork, and that's like one of the reasons that I love this show. Like the Shinigami, he's freaking terrifying, and I love it. And it was really interesting to read this right to left. It was super weird, but it's like such an experience. I love it. Like, this is definitely a 5-star for me, and I like cannot help myself. It's beautiful. It's like 110%. I don't regret changing that out at all because this was definitely a little bit shorter, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get to 2 books over the weekend, which is what I had to do. So this happened. I'm very happy with it, and I ended up reading all 7 books for my challenge. I also finished Wicked Fox, and I don't know if I'm going to give this a 3 or a 4-star because I really enjoyed reading it, but there's definitely some pacing issues, and there's some stuff at the end that just felt kind of like cheap to put in there. There was like a twist, and I'm just not really sure how I feel about it. I feel like that could have been addressed in a sequel. Again, I feel like so many things, because I know that this is obviously the first one now. Like, the more I've researched it, there's going to be another one. Maybe this is a trilogy, I'm not sure, but I believe the second one isn't out yet, probably coming out later this year. I'm not 100%. But I would definitely read the sequel. But again, I feel like so many things like would be better in sequels, and people try to push way too much into one book. And I feel like this is already too long. Like, I feel like it started off so strong, and then at like the 50% mark, it's just kind of been more about like the romance, and they're constantly having miscommunications. And I just don't like that trope at all. Like, she had to leave for something, and he was like, oh, she left me. She always said she would run. She had to. Her mom made her. Like, she's a child. She has to do what her mom wants. Like, I don't know. That really bothered me. There's definitely some character choices that have been bothering me. So I don't know if I'm going to give it a 3 or 4 because it's definitely not a 5. It's definitely not perfect for me or like my new like fave, but I'm really enjoying it. I would definitely read the sequel, and I look forward to reading the sequel. So I think I might give it a 4-star just because I'm excited to see where it goes with the story. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like other books. Like when I give a book a 3, like I'm not really interested in reading more. Like, I only gave a 3-star to The Children of Blood and Bone. There's a sequel. I'm not really planning on reading it. So since I would definitely read the sequel, I think I'm gonna go with, this is probably like a 4-star for me. Or even if I do end up rating it lower, I feel like this is like a 3.5, so I'm gonna give it like a 4 overall. And I would definitely read this. I definitely am looking forward to reading the sequel. I really enjoy these characters, and they're a little flat at times, but I feel like there's so much potential for these characters. It's like upsetting that the people that I liked did not end up later in the book. I can't give you any spoilers, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm actually really happy I read this, and I'm really happy I actually recommended this to someone I know's daughter. And I hadn't finished reading it when I recommended it, but now that I finished reading it, I'm really glad I recommended it because I think she's going to love it. And it's just really interesting, and I love the mythology parts of this. I just love all the history, and I love all the Korean food and stuff in here. Especially because I used to have Korean roommates in college, and then I didn't realize like transfer students from Korea were like a huge thing at my college. So when I lived kind of like at the on-campus housing, like there were so many, and it was so interesting because there was like, this is a whole different like subculture within our culture now at that school, and it's just, I had no idea it existed, and it was so cool at the time. And it just gave me a lot of nostalgia. Like, this gave me so much nostalgia for that time of my life that I loved. Like, going to like one of the Korean students like parties was such a different experience. And I don't know, it kind of gave me the warm fuzzy nostalgia feelings. I think that's also why I really enjoyed this. If you know me, you also know that I love Asian cultures, and Korean cultures is obviously included in that. I don't know. It just struck that nostalgia chord. You can't always tell when it's gonna be, but it did. They're talking about certain foods and stuff in here, and it's just making me like miss all the people that I met during that time in my life. And I still am friends with them on Facebook and Instagram or whatever, and I still am seeing them kind of like grow up and like, you know, having kids and being married, and I don't know. Isn't it weird when like a book like transports you to like a different part of your life? That's exactly what's happening. I feel like a 4-star is probably the best option. Also, as a side note, you know, there's obviously been a lot of reading rush issues this year, particularly with the people who are running the reading rush, and there's a lot of drama. So will I be doing this next year? I don't know. I know a lot of people are choosing not to participate next year just because of the issues that were had this year with the group book, which was Such a Fun Age, which I did end up reading. But if you want to look more into that, there's so much stuff already online about it. But I don't really know if I'm going to be participating next year because I did feel like what happened was really inappropriate and should have been handled completely differently. And I feel like I understand that they didn't choose the book specifically, with the community that chose it. I voted for it, but what happened was really disrespectful. So will I be participating next year? I don't know. But it's also a whole year in advance. So, I mean, they could change and make up for it, but I think they lost a lot of people. On another side note, there's been drama in every community I've been following on YouTube in the last like month and a half. Every community that I like am deeply involved in and follow people, there has been some crazy drama between like my favorite like spiritual leaders and all these people online. I'm not expecting this shit from, and it's just crazy to me. I literally don't know what's going on in the world. I think the stars are just, everything's like going retrograde and stuff still. I don't know. It's just, I had to look it up, but world's going crazy. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you watched part 1 as well so you aren't completely lost. But I did end up completing all of the book challenges that I set out to do, and I'm very proud of myself for that. I did not update my badges on the Reading Rush website, also because I feel like it was extremely not intuitive to have to comment on, to reply to someone else's thing to get the badge. There should be a way easier system for that. So they really need to re-amp their website for me to feel more comfortable using it in that space, not because of just the drama, but like in general, it's like user-friendly. I feel like it's not very user-friendly at all. And efficiency is like my #1 problem with things, and like I will stop using something if it's not efficient. I think I'm also just being really harsh too because I'm planning my own readathon for January 2021 for sci-fi, and I don't plan on having a website, but I think I'm probably gonna have a Twitter, which would make sense. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's also gonna be like 3 people participating because I don't have that many subscribers right now. If I had like 300,000, sure, I'm sure a lot of people would be participating with me, but it might just be like a me thing, but it's something I'm still very proud of. And like, I just feel like if I made a website for my readathon, I want it to be perfect before it's released. And you have a whole year, because I'm gonna do mine once a year as well in January, because I believe Science Fiction Day is like January 2nd or something, which is why I chose January. And I feel like not a lot of people always have good readathons for January, and I feel like it's a perfect time because I also, for some reason, always choose to read sci-fi in January. I don't know, I mean, it's like the start of the year, and I just like decide to read a bunch of books I've been wanting to catch up on, which almost always are sci-fi. So, I don't know, I'm kind of a bitch when it comes to things, but I don't know. The Reading Rush website really rubbed me wrong, and then what happened during their live stream really rubbed me wrong, and I didn't even see it. I just heard what happened, and I'm glad I didn't watch it. I just cannot deal with anything else like that right now. Anyway, I bid you adieu. I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that fun junk, and I'm gonna talk to you guys next time. Bye.